Hey guys, it's Victoria, and today I wanted to come on and talk about our journey with speech therapy for my son Noah. So Noah is 4.5, and he has been doing speech therapy for just over a year, close to a year and a half, I guess, probably. And I just wanted to talk about how we started this process, why we started it, and sort of where we are now. So Noah was a late talker. I remember talking to friends when he was, sorry, I just ran up the stairs, I'm out of breath. When he was approaching his second birthday, he really had very few words. He understood everything. His comprehension was amazing early, but he really didn't vocalize a lot. He babbled, but there wasn't a whole lot of clear words. And I remember, you talk to friends and you post in forums and everybody's saying it's fine. He'll learn at his own pace. Every child's different. And so I kind of said, okay, you're right. Everyone has an experience. My little guy didn't start talking till they were 2, and now they don't stop talking. And so I kind of just put my fears on the back burner, or concerns, I guess, not really fears, and just waited. And after he turned 2, he did start talking a lot more words and a lot more like little phrases. But I noticed that he would leave out syllables. So at first, when he would say words like hockey would be ha, cookie would be k, like he would just say the first syllable of words. Then as he got a little bit older, he started to say the first and last syllable, but leave the middle syllable out. So he would say grai for grampy. He would say ha-e for hockey. I'm trying to think of other examples. And it wasn't that he couldn't say the syllable, like the word hockey. He could say the word key, like if you gave him a key to a car, he would say key. And then you would say, okay, now say hockey. And he would say ha-e. So it was just kind of strange. Like it was just something that he was leaving out these middle syllables. So I kind of told myself, okay, well, when he turns 3, if I'm still concerned, I'll make him an appointment. So I waited until he was 3. It was just after his 3rd birthday. Took him to the family doctor and expressed my concerns to him. And he said, it was really good you came in. We will refer you to like the speech therapy department, and they'll do an assessment. Unfortunately, the wait time is, I want to say it was 4 or 5 months. Like it was that fall, and his birthday's in March. It was that fall or so that we finally got in for just the assessment. So he would have been close to 3.5 at this point. So we went in for the assessment, and they said, yeah, he's definitely, showing some delays for where we would like him to be at his age. They tested like his comprehension and stuff, and they weren't worried about that, which was a relief, because those issues can be more serious and can be a lot harder to address than just a speech issue. So everything looked good there. We took him to the hospital and had his ears tested, and everything checked out there. And I thought maybe there was a hearing. We do have some hearing issues in our family, and he's loud, but we're all loud. And where he was leaving syllables out, I thought maybe it was a hearing thing, but everything checked out great there. And then, so it was recommended that he do speech therapy. And unfortunately at this time, the wait list, I think they said, was about 9 or 10 months. So we waited a little while, and then we started with private therapy. So he would have been, I'm trying to think, he's 4.5 now. He would have been just over 3.5, because it was like last fall that we started the private therapy. And private therapy is expensive, as anyone who's gone through it knows. But we didn't want to wait any longer. He was already, a little bit on the older side to be starting. And we had a really good experience with our private therapist. She came to the house and everything. And Noah absolutely loved her. And even now he'll say, like, let's go see Miss Ruth. Like, when's Miss Ruth going to come over? And so it was a really positive experience for all of us. Then we did get into the public program about Christmas time last year. So the wait wasn't as long as they had told us. So we've been doing it for close to a year now. But what they do is they do 8-week sessions, so 8-week blocks. So we go for 8 weeks, and we have 8 weeks off, and it ended up being a little bit more than 8 weeks, then another 8-week block. So we are in our, I want to say third or fourth 8-week block right now. And there was a big difference between the private therapy and the public therapy that I found. The private lady that came to our house was very, very play-based, which is great because Noah had a blast. But to me, it didn't seem like we were really getting anywhere, or I don't know, it just didn't feel like it was as productive as it could have been. Now, when I started the public program, at first I was like, holy, this is like being in school. Like, it was like he had to sit still. And so it was a bit of an adjustment. And the first couple of times I was a little bit, you're defensive. He's your little baby, and you don't want anybody upsetting him. And he wasn't used to, like, he doesn't go to daycare. He does go to preschool 2 days a week, 2 afternoons a week. So he's not really used to having to sit and focus on things like this. But within a couple weeks, he really, really took to it, and I started to see a big improvement. So they use a lot of little cards with games. So you're playing a game, and before he can take a turn, he has to say 3 words. So we started with that middle syllable, and I can't even remember now, going back, all the different things we've worked on. And they really were wonderful at giving me strategies to work on at home. So games that we could play, they printed out all of the cards for us that we could take home and cut them apart and work on those. So we've worked on S at the beginning of words. We've worked at those middle consonants, and now we're up to working on L's, which is a tough one because the other syllables he sort of had the sound, but just wasn't using it in context. L is something that he's had to learn from, like, completely from scratch, and he's doing really, really well. He's not at so they sort of look at it as there's the sound level, the word level, the sentence level, and then the, like, everyday use conversation. So the other ones he was already up to at least the word level. This one was starting from scratch. And L is a later sound, and it is very common for kids at his age to not have it. So, but we're in the program, so we're going to take advantage of it as long as we can. It is a provincially covered program, so there's no out-of-pocket cost for us, which is wonderful. We have a lot of really good resources once you are able to access them. So that's sort of where we are right now. I really don't have any concerns with his speech at this point. The sounds that he doesn't have are very normal for his age, like he doesn't have the TH, but the speech therapist said that's one they often don't get until they're in school. And he doesn't have R's. He's kind of there. He's about halfway, I guess, with the R, and then the L is what we're working on right now. So I'm really proud of all the work that he's done to put into this. So I guess my advice, and this is something I'm pretty passionate about, is if you are concerned about your child's speech, get them in to see someone as early as you can. There's absolutely no shame and no harm in starting the process as early as you can. And I know speech concerns are very, very common. I hear about it almost every other day, it seems, in one of the groups I'm in, one or the other, that someone's concerned about their child's speech. And I see all of the responses of, oh, I'm sure they're fine. My child was late. They all develop at their own pace. And again, yes, that is completely true. And yes, chances are that most children will catch up eventually, but some don't, and some do need that help. And our experience was that the wait lists were so long to get started that I wish we had have started earlier, because by the time you get in for the assessment and then wait to start therapy, you can be looking at a year wait. So why not go in and find out? And then if by the time you get called up, you're not concerned anymore, great. But if there are concerns, the sooner you can start the process, the better. And the sooner you can intervene, the better. So that's just my advice. And I have a little visitor again. And Bart Simpson's coming back. So I guess I'll end it there because we have a little partner. So if you guys have any questions about our experience, please post them below. I would love to help. This is a topic that I'm very passionate about. And this little man is absolutely wonderful. And he's such a hard worker. And he's put so much work into all of his letters. Yeah. Bart Simpson. Oh, I have another visitor. Come in. Come say hi.
And I'm going back to move.
I've been trying to wait till I had a few minutes of quiet time without big ears listening to do this video, so I'm glad we got through it.
And go with.
All right, thank you for listening.
And
Say bye.
bye.